Hello, online crew. How you going today? Hope you're having an awesome day, whatever part of the day it is for you in your neck of the woods. All going good here. It's a bit chilly. We're meant to be heading towards summer, but getting a bit chilly here at the moment. So what we're going to talk about today is some social media trends. One of the things that I love to do is bit nerdy-ish, I guess, but I love to know what's going on in the world of social media. And when research comes out and sort of shares some data and some stats and some information about what's going on in the world of social media, I really like to read that stuff and get into the nitty-gritty, just so I can keep abreast of what's going on, what's popular, what's growing, what I should be focusing my attention on, and what I can share with you guys. So, I'm going to share with you some information and some research that I've come across regarding social media's trends. And I would sort of recommend that you take note of this kind of information when it comes out, because social media moves way too fast, guys. Do you agree with that? It's just something that's always growing. It's never going to slow down. If anything, it's just going to get faster and faster and faster. And we really need to know where to concentrate our efforts to make them worthwhile. There's two things, if you know anything about me, there's two things I really dislike. So if you haven't heard this before from me, this is it. And I'll say this many a time. I hate wasting time and I hate wasting money. There's two things that I dislike doing. I dislike doing things twice, which I had to the other night. What was that about? Oh, my brand new beautiful Mac here that I'm on. Crystal clear, like so many cool things on a Mac. But there's some software that doesn't work on a Mac. So I did this really cool video and I had things flying in and I had words flying in and all sorts of really creative, and I went to download it and I said, this software is not supported by a Mac. And I couldn't save it. It wouldn't let me save it. So I had to recreate the whole thing on my husband's PC. So those kind of things niggle at me because, not a lot of us have a lot of time. So we like to utilize the time that we have. Do you not agree, guys? So when it comes to social media and things that are trending or things to watch out for, I like to learn about that and then share it with you guys so you can keep abreast of all that stuff as well. So does that sound good for today? I'll say hello to some people in a minute. I just want to give you two reminders before we get into it. One, those of you that were in the video challenge that have the advantage to take, you're one of those people that finished the challenge and there were special bonuses that I was giving you guys. You got less than 24 hours to claim them. So I'm not sure if you noticed in the post when I put it up in the video challenge group, you could only claim them for 72 hours and then they're gone. So those 87 names that were on that post, it's pinned in the top at the group as an announcement. So go and check if your name is on that, because you've got less than 24 hours to claim your bonus if your name was on that list. It's only for people whose name is on the list, but I just wanted to remind you guys of that, because what happens every time is I get lots of messages going, I missed the deadline. It's like, well, I forewarned you. So less than 24 hours to claim those bonuses. So if you don't know what I'm talking about and you were in the video challenge and you did finish the video challenge and your name was on the tracker, then you're probably one of the 87 names on the post in the video challenge group. So go and check over there. Okay. Those of you in my online crew coaching community, we're less than 45 minutes. We're doing day 2 of the visual content bootcamp. So yesterday we did it all about YouTube, creating a YouTube account and uploading a video and putting a thumbnail on it and all things YouTube. So that was pretty cool. Today we're moving on to cool little videos and learning how to create a video banner like I have on my business page. So instead of just a static photograph with some branding on it, creating a cool video banner. So if you want to be part of that and you're not already one of my online crew coaching members, then you can just click the link above and get into that community for $1 for a 3-day trial. So that's what's going on. I just needed to remind you guys. I'm also getting a lot of questions about the next video challenge. So I'll just repeat what I said yesterday. November 26th to December 9th. It's only a 14-day challenge. That is the next one. And what else was I going to tell you? The group's not ready. You can't get in yet. Okay, so stay posted here. Stay posted in my free group. Some of you are watching from my free group. Some of you are watching from my business page on this live. Just stay in tune with the group over the next few days, and I'll let you know for new people when you can get in. I've got to rebrand the group. I've got to get all the videos out. There's just a little bit of admin that I need to do to get ready for the next challenge. So hold tight. There'll be plenty of time to get you in, okay? So who do we have here today? We've got Jennifer. So maybe she wants to know some social media trends that's going on. Good morning, Patricia, in your part of the world. I know it's morning. Hello, Sean. We got Gloria. How are you, Gloria? We've got Roxanne. Hello, great to see you on. Mel, I know it's freezing. Why is it freezing in our country? We should be warming up. Hello, Monica. Oh, okay. All right. We can't complain, Mel. Gloria just said it's -18 where she is. So sorry, I retract that. It's not cold here at all compared to what you're going through, Gloria. So no right to complain. We're not in the minus at all. Hello, Jan. How are you? Brand new member to our coaching community. Awesome to see you in there, Jan. And life member too. Summer is out the window here. Winter kicking in. I just claimed with a huge steal of a deal. You did too. Lucky girl. It's in my calendar. Can't wait. Matt's going again, guys. You got to beat Matt. Like, if he's won once, which he just did, I'm sure he's going to want to back it up for the 14-day challenge. So you have to get in there and beat him. Not that I don't want to see you win again, Matt, but the competition is already on. Once it's ready, then we can start to invite people. That's right. That's right. You can actually, Anya, you can actually invite, where'd you go? You can actually invite people now. They just won't be approved until the group's open. So if you want to invite people now into the 21-day group, go for it. They're just going to sit there pending until I'm ready for the new people to get in. Because if they get in now and see all the videos that I did for the 21-day challenge, they're going to get confused. So feel free to invite people to the group. There's already lots pending there anyway. I'm just not approving them until I'm ready. So that's cool. You can do that. Hey, Lana. We got Boyd in the house. How are you, Boyd? Good to see you on. Susan, that's cold. It is cold, so I can't complain about the cold. Yep, Gloria does win. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Sean saying hello to Tina. I'm freezing here. -20 in, there, Canada. I will say that wrong if I read it out. So anybody that's looking like this, you know you've commented, but I can't see your face or your name. That means you're watching from my free group, and you've just got to give StreamYard, which is the software I'm using, permission to see your profile. So up above, there is a little link that says, I think it's, is it streamyard.com/Facebook or facebook.com/ StreamYard. Come to my rescue, Sean. Sean's really good with putting links down for me, but it's up above anyway. You just need to give us permission to see you. Maybe I should go back in. Go back into what, Boyd? The video challenge, or what are you talking about? So excited and looking forward to the next challenge. So you got competition. Hello, Jacinta. Good to see you on. We've got Iore. Good to see you on. Helen, I have a question about the life membership. So in addition to the one payment of $297, what is the monthly subscription? It's a one-off payment, and that is it. So life membership, one payment, you never have to pay again. So there isn't an additional. Okay, it's one or the other. It's either a monthly fee or a lifetime one-off fee of the $297, never to pay again. Huge deal. And open up front, my prices are going up from January. So after the end of December, everything's going up. So if you want to get in as a life member or the monthly, once you get in the monthly, you're grandfathered when you come in. So my founding members have got the most awesome deal ever because they came in at a really, really cheap rate, and they're always going to stay at that rate. So you are grandfathered in when you come in. So you want to get in before the end of December if you want to get in. There we go. StreamYard.com, Facebook. Thank you, Sean. Olive, wow, I'm happy in BC. We have 8 degrees here, so we're warm there. Yes, the video count challenge. Yeah, okay. Everybody tell Boyd he needs to get in the next video challenge. It's only 14 days. It's not until the end of the month. Come on, Boyd, you need to join us, okay? All right. Lana, oh OMG, OMG. Okay, cool. So let's get on to the topic. I could talk to you guys all day, but it might bore some people. So I'll get on to the content for today. Hey, anybody that is new here, you can tell, well, my name's there, but I'll just introduce myself. My name is Helen Martin, and I'm your online crew captain. So I am here at service to our amazing online crew community here. Anybody is welcome here. And we are full of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in MLM, network marketing, digital business owner, any of the above, all of the above. And what I do here is help you learn how to build your business online with modern social media strategies. So the topic that we're talking about today about social media trends, you know, that's really on point. What's going on, and social media moves so fast, guys. You really need to keep up with what's going on, where to focus your attention, what activities you are doing, because anybody can set up like a business page, a personal profile, those kind of things. But if you want to build a business on social media, you need to be really intentional. So we really want to be really intentional about our branding, our message, our value, you know, all those kind of things. So that's what we talk about here. I want to set you guys up for success and make your time really efficient on social media, because you can waste a hell of a lot of time posting, doing lives. But if your content's not good, if you're not leading with value, if you don't know what your brand is, you're going to just hear crickets. You're going to spend a lot of time pushing, but not getting the results. Okay. And that's what we need to change for a lot of people. Lana, I'm a newbie and have so much to learn. You're not alone, Lana. There is a lot to learn on building a business on social media, but you're in the right place. So well done for being here. Lovely that you are here. So you'll learn a lot. You really will. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Great to see you on. So I did an interview with Jamie. What was it, last week? It was really cool to talk to you, Jamie. Great to see you on. And you will love it. Okay, cool. So let's get into the content for today. So I've got bits and pieces of information that I pulled out of a report. So this is sort of latest trends and things to watch out for. Some of it was relevant to our industry. Some of it was not. So I've got little bits of information. So if I'm looking down, I'm just referring to my notes with all the things. Like some of it was to do with entertainment and sport and things like that. Like it's a whole myriad of information. So I've just pulled out some of the things that you might be interested in, certainly things that I'm interested in sort of watching trends. And there are some things, some common things, which I continually tell you guys that are in the thick of this research. So it just concretes for me where we should be concentrating our efforts, okay? So I'll just give you some interesting stats as well, not that it's going to make much difference to your business, but just good for awareness. And those kind of things are like research-wise, you always know when you read research, it's not from last week or, you know, even last month. It takes a long time for people to research data, interview people, do surveys, all that kind of stuff, collect their data and put it in a nice, pretty report. So the data that I'm talking about was for the first 6 months of 2019. Okay, so what's been going on and what's trending and what we should be aware of. And one of those things is that the report said that there's not been a lot of, what was their words? Social media usage. So there's not been any, I mean, you will find platforms go up and down. You will find age brackets go up and down. But as a general rule of thumb is that social media usage was generally about the same for the first 6 months of 19, although there are trending platforms that are increasing more than others, and I'll share that with you at the moment, and I'll give you a list of all the platforms and where they're sitting in ranking and stuff like that as well. Okay, so the most age bracket that is on social media is still 16 to 24 is the most active age bracket on social media. So that's not so much of a surprise. But it had all the age brackets, and every age bracket is increasing with its usage. So we know where we're at. You guys would know that social media is the way of the future. And we want to go where the people are at, and people are on social media. These things are unfortunately glued to us these days. Like, do you feel like your left leg is cut off if you left your phone in the car or you left it at home or something like that? Like, unfortunately, these little devices here have become part of our world, and it's not slowing down. Like, you think of Apple Watches, like you don't even need to carry a phone anymore. You can get it all on your wrist. It is increasing, although usage has roughly been the same, but every single age bracket is increasing in his usage, and obviously it's not going to go backwards in any time hurry. But the biggest users are 16 to 24. Interesting, they mapped out all the countries and who's using it most and the least. And just, you know, out of your interest, the Philippines is the country that is using social media the most. And and it sort of averages per day. So if we go per average a day, average all countries, people are on social media about 2 hours and 22 minutes daily. Now, you might be a lot more than that, but you think of every country in the world. So there are some countries that won't be on social media as much as others, but on average, we're on social media about 2 hours and 22 minutes a day. The Philippines, that's double, according to the research. USA is 1.57. So 1 hour and 50, so almost like a couple of hours. Australia, almost sort of 1.5 hours. So you know where you sit in all of that sort of information. But yeah, Philippines was double the average use on hours per day that we're on social media. So give me an indication. What do you think? How many hours do you think you're on social media a day? Like those of you that are still working in a traditional job, there may be hours that you're not touching a lot of social media, but then you get home at night and you're scrolling and you're on it quite a bit. Others of you that are doing this more full time, you know, I hate to think how many hours you're on it, including myself. Like I'm no role model, and I can tell you now, 2 hours and 22 minutes is not my normal. It's, you know, probably 5 times that. It's just, you know, the world we live in. But once again, it's all increasing. One of the main takeaways from this research is, in their words, social media is playing a bigger part in the purchasing journey. So you think about, you know, normal personal profiles. And we went and started on social media mainly for fun. And you think of personal profiles, they're set up to connect with your family and friends and old school mates or whoever it is, and that's how we connect with people. So it's a connection platform. It's a social media platform. But it's definitely becoming, and you guys would know this in this world of building a business of social media, it's becoming more and more a platform to research purchasing decisions. So not so much at the moment like a big buy now button, you know, like on Facebook or something like that. Like it's not a direct necessarily yet, they said in the research, but it will be. And we have the potential to influence people's buying decisions by what we do on social media. So it is very much becoming the normal that people are researching on social media before they buy anything. I mean, think of that for yourselves, guys. Like, have you gone to social media to research something before you've bought it? I'm sure you have. People are buying more and more things. I mean, you just think of the way that we live now compared to, you know, 5-10 years ago. I order my food shopping online because I get stopped at the supermarket too many times by locals wanting to have a chat, and it takes me 3 hours to do my food shopping. I don't got time for that. So now I order it online, like, you know, not even going to the supermarket anymore. It's crazy the way we're living our life, but it is the way of the future, and people are making more purchasing decisions. So think of that for your business and the potential that you've got for your business. You got to play and be where the people are at, and social media is definitely it. So if you know you need to be there, but you're still holding back a little bit, you want to learn as much as you can about social media, because this is where you have huge, huge, huge potential to build your business. But if you've got a confusing brand, you're not doing live video, you're all over the place, you're posting stuff about your company outright, like you're really spammy, then, you know, it's not going to work in your favor. Okay. Social media engagement. Let's talk a little bit about that. So 60% of internet users said that they've watched a video of some sort or a number of videos in the last month of when they did the research, okay? So this would be no surprise to you, especially you guys that are familiar with me here in my community, how much I talk about live video. The reason why I put on video challenges, because I know how powerful it's been for me in my business. So I really want to encourage you to keep looking, exploring, and honing in your skills with live video, because this is what everybody is preferring as a, you know, as a piece of content over others. So people are really, really visual, before, so they'll look at something and absorb it visually before they'll read words. So the power of video, I mean, this is nothing new, but the research is saying, you know, over 50% of the population are going towards video before they're going to anything else. Okay. And there's so many more powerful things for video, which hopefully you're aware of. And one of those things is this word is coming up more and more in social media, and it comes up a lot with Instagram. Have you heard the words influencer marketing? So people who know nothing about anything, but they position themselves on social media as an influencer, and then they get sponsors or people backed by them when they get a huge following. Like, there are people making major dollars on Instagram because they've suddenly become an influencer, but they're really not an expert at anything. But my point here is you have every opportunity for yourself to start becoming a micro influencer. And this is a real big trend in social media, is people positioning themselves on social media and creating a brand as an individual, not as a distributor or, you know, ambassador or whatever word you want to use it for another company. Okay. It's you as an individual positioning yourself on social media as an influencer. And you can do that through live video, through how you create your brand, what you talk about, your content creation, those kind of things. So this is what you need to be striving for on social media. You as an individual becoming a little micro influencer through things like live video, really nailing down your brand, giving good value, those kind of things. So it's all very congruent with everything that I sort of talk about live video and branding and those kind of things. So it's good to know the research is showing, you know, backing up what I've been saying, you know, for quite a while now. There are some changes coming which you need to be aware of. They may or may not affect you. Those of you that do Facebook advertising, they're bringing in some restrictions for some people. So I'm hoping it won't affect individuals and stuff, but they're going to limit the amount of ads that people can have for the future, because you think of social media space, and there's not an endless amount of advertising space or social media space. So we have to compete for your posts to be seen. And you have to compete. When if you do Facebook advertising, you're competing against everybody else that does Facebook advertising for your ad to be put in people's newsfeed. So they're going to limit the amount of ads that some people can have that, you know, advertise too much. And just think about it regarding, you know, your posts being put in front of people on social media. It has to be good, guys. So planning and, you know, really planning out your content and knowing what you're about and your brand and doing live video and whatever is going to help you become that sort of mini influencer. So your content gets put in front of people instead of somebody else's content. So things that you need to think about. Any of you, and I do speak to students that have been subject to this, some people get caught up on some social media platforms of buying likes or buying leads and those kind of things. And it may look good on the surface to you, but it's really, really damaging for your organic growth on Facebook, and it's highly against Facebook's policies. So Facebook just made, you know, well, no, who was it? It was the Fair Trade Commission, the FTC, actually sued a businessman in Florida for $2.5 million for having like a piece of software and a strategy to help people get fake likes. So I work with a few students that have done this unknowingly. Hopefully this is none of you guys, but just something to be aware of, or anybody you know on social media that is buying fake likes to make their profile look better than it is. Really, really, really damaging for your organic growth and highly offensive against Facebook's policies. So the people that are selling these kind of software and strategies and whatever, they're, the FTC has now taken legal action against these people, and they're getting fined millions of dollars. So it's not a strategy that you want to explore, get caught up with. Anybody you know thinking about that, or I'll buy some fake likes to make my page look like it's got thousands of people on it when it actually really doesn't. It just destroys your page as far as interaction and engagement. So something to be watch out for. As social media grows, people try to do dodgy things. So make sure you're doing everything legit and that you're actually working for your audience and your fans and your followers. And once you give out really good content and you know what you stand for on social media, your fans and followers will come, because your vibe will attract your tribe. If we try to cut corners and do it in ways, and even those of you that are doing Facebook ads but you don't give any attention to your business page, really, really bad combination, guys. It just doesn't work. If you're doing Facebook ads, you need to have a really cracking business page with good value, good branding, those kind of things. So it's all stuff that you guys need to be aware of. You can't cut corners because it's only thinking short term, not long term. Okay. What else have I got for you? Oh, some of the things that are trending. Instagram stories in general is where it's at. So if you're embracing stories, if you're on Instagram stories, if you're on Facebook stories, it's definitely the trend moving forward is what they call ephemeral content. So it's content that disappears, and it's where, social media is trending. So you really want to embrace the stories feature. Those of you in my online crew coaching community, part 1 of the visual content bootcamp to this week, part 1, I went through stories in detail on a personal profile and a business page, and all the features and how you use them and how you put links, clickable links on stories from a business page and all those kind of stuff. So make sure you watch part 1 of the visual content bootcamp. If you're in my coaching community, to learn all about stories and how you embrace them, use them, market on them, those kind of things. Okay, so stories is huge. Please embrace Facebook stories and Instagram stories. Authentic social media influencers. So what people are saying about social media moving forward and what really connects them to social media is people being authentic. I say this over and over again, the quicker you can get really authentic, really real, and just genuinely be you as a person on social media rather than you as a marketer, the quicker that people are going to connect with you. And that's what everybody is saying that is, interviewed, questionnaires and stuff like that, they connect with people that are real. So are you being real on social media, or are you being a marketer? Are you just marketing on social media, or actually are you a pretty cool real person behind it all? So that's something you really want to focus on, being genuinely, authentically you, not just being a marketer. Be a human being before you're a marketer, okay? And don't be afraid to get vulnerable, because that's what people connect with. Okay, video is the most popular content type that's trending on social media. Video. Do I need to say it anymore? Video. You've got to do live video. But here's my warning around live video. Couple of things. Make sure you've established your brand when you're doing live video. So your content is for a specific purpose, so you're not wasting your time on social media. And the other thing with video, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Why do I do that? I think ahead and then I forget what I'm going to say. So the two things were the branding piece. Oh, it always comes back to me. The amount of times you go live, take into consideration what kind of audience you've got. So I know there are other people out there that go, you've got to go live 5 days a week and you got to show up, and it doesn't matter if you got 0 people there and all the rest of it, and people will spruik. Go live as many times as you can. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, and here's why. I talk to a lot of students that are building, for those of you that don't know, I'm a mentor for a mentorship company in the US. We have students all around the world, but they have a mentor that works with them for 12 months. And so I work with these students about how to grow their business online. And I see a lot of students that are doing, videos 5 days a week, every single week, and they've got 200 people on their page. Here's what you guys need to realize. Facebook organically only puts your content, like whether it's a post or a live video, those kind of things, in front of about 8 to 10% of your audience. So you think about, you've got 100 people on your page. Let's say it's a new page, 100 people, on your page. Facebook will only, unless you've got awesome engagement and interaction, already, and, it's happy to send your video out to everybody. Roughly, it's about 8 to 10% of the people on your page that Facebook will put your video out. So you got 100 people on your page, you're doing live videos 5 times a week. Your video is getting sent to roughly about 10 people. okay? And you're coming up with content 5 days a week. You've got all this energy going into it, and none of those 10 people interact or engage because they're not used to you yet. You're not seen as an influencer yet. So my point to students is, don't burn out. Like, that's going to burn somebody out. Coming up with content 5 days a week to talk to 10 people when you're not getting the interaction engagement to give Facebook the, warm up the algorithm to send it out to more people. I think that's overkill. My personal perspective. And where that comes from is my personal experience. I didn't start doing live videos 5 times a week. I started with 2. Then I started to get more interaction and engagement, and then I did 3. And then when I had good interaction, engagement, and a handful of people that would turn up regularly, then I went to 5. So I grew my presence because the audience was justifying the need to, up my game. And I'm like, no, I'm going live 5 days a week. But I had people already there. I had interaction engagement that was worth it for me to build on to then get more organic reach from my interviews. Videos. So just please take into consideration your effort versus your audience. Yes, you want to build it up, but I get really concerned about somebody that's doing live videos 5 times a week and there's 100 people on their page. That's headed for burnout because you're not going to get the interaction, engagement, and the questions and the, everything that flows on for that. So just, live video is the bomb. It's awesome. There's no faster way to get people to know, like, and trust you, but you need to work out your brand, your content creation, all that kind of stuff. And don't do overkill if your audience doesn't justify it yet. Okay. If you're cool with doing videos 5 days a week and you've got content coming out every angle of your body and orifices and all the rest of it, and you just love live video and you want to do it, go for it. But for most people, they might be headed for burnout, okay? Video challenge is different, guys. That's a concentrated effort time. You're learning lots of things, like that's different and that's focused, and I very much encourage people to learn live video in that way. I'm talking about every week, all 52 weeks of the year. That's what I'm talking about here, okay? Does that make sense? You may actually get more organic reach out of your posts if you pull back a little bit, if you don't have the audience to justify the multiple posts. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, I've got to watch the time because I've got to go live in 15 minutes in the coaching community. Couple of other things. Chatbots. Chatbots is a trend. And there's going to be changes in January. I don't know what they all are yet, but there's going to be restrictions coming in January regarding chatbots and what we're allowed to do and not allowed to do. But that is a trending way of the future because that gets people into Messenger. And Facebook is all for that. Personal contact, communication, get people into Messenger, get them off the platform, and let's have a personal conversation. So Messenger chatbots, if you don't know much about them, depends where you are in your journey. You may not be ready for that yet, but it is something that you want to have up here and store it as you get bigger and you get more fans and followers. It's something you definitely want to look into. Those of you in my online crew coaching community, I did a chatbot boot camp. Was that just last month or the month before? So there's a full boot camp from word go, how to start your account, to various things that you can do with chatbots. That's in the coaching community as well. Just watch the replays of that. And another thing is like building trust and transparency. So it goes back to being real, authentic, and genuine. That's what people are looking for and is trending on social media. Being a human being before you're a marketer, like I was saying before. Now, I'll leave you with this thought. Here is the order of where the social media platforms are sitting at the moment as far as popularity and usage, okay? Facebook is still number 1. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, WhatsApp, IGTV, Instagram TV, Snapchat, Twitch, and TikTok. Okay, so that's what the research was showing is the order of popularity and usage with the social media platforms. So, the top 5, Facebook first, Twitter next, Instagram third, LinkedIn fourth, YouTube fifth. Okay, so that's the order of where we're sitting in relation to social media platforms. And just a couple of other things that are trending, I've got to go, but I keep on talking, is using animation and GIFs is something that people really dig. So Facebook stories, you can use animation. That's all in the training in my coaching community, and subtitles as well is becoming a bigger thing because, people are looking at social media perhaps when they shouldn't be, like when they're on work, when they're at work and things like that. So subtitles is becoming a much bigger thing on social media, so people can read if they can't hear or listen or turn their volume on. So subtitles is something, you know, especially those of you doing live videos, and I've gone through that in the coaching community and my video challenge of how to actually implement that. So I will leave it at that because I need to get into this other training in about 10 minutes time. So those of you in my online crew coaching community, I will see you over there in 10 minutes for day 2 of the visual content bootcamp. That's really cool. We had so much fun yesterday. So we'll continue that in a minute. I'm just checking any sort of comments or questions here. Matt's in my calendar, can't wait. I'm sure you're talking about the video challenge. I've gone way backwards. Okay, yes, makes sense. Great advice about video frequency. I got more reach and reactions when I limit my posts from 6 to 4 a day. Good point, Joanne. Don't overpost. I did talk about this on a video last week or the week before, is when you overpost, Facebook's got too many pieces of content to send out. So don't overpost. You know, a really good strategy to sort of stick to is about 2 to 3 posts on Facebook, but do as many as you want in Facebook stories. Okay. I'm repeating what I said last week. So I had a good video I think it was last week, if not the week before, about how often to post on social media. So you can go back and have a look at that. Okay. I really need to go. So I hope that information, is that useful for you? Is that kind of information useful to just be aware of where you should concentrate and what's coming and what's trending and stuff like that? Let me know down there. If that kind of information is useful for you. I definitely find it useful to know where I should be concentrating my efforts on social media. So I hope you find that useful as well. Now, remember, those of you that finished the video challenge and you are eligible for the bonus $7-day trial into my coaching community, you could get in now and get the bonus of the visual content bootcamp included in that. You've got less than 24 hours to claim that. So go into the video challenge group. It's an announcement post up the top, and see if your name is on that list, because once the next 24 hours is up, those bonus offers are gone. Okay. So I will see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of the day, whatever part of the day it is for you. Okay. Bye.